It's common in Indonesia. Middleman from fisherman, from the fisherman to middleman, and then the market. This is very common in Indonesia. It's not only in KGA or Saguling and Cirata. All of the aquaculture business in Indonesia mostly like that. Same like us in Cirebon. In Cirebon also we the many obstacle for to introduce to how to provide the good economic challenge for the fisherman is the middleman and so on. This is make us too difficult to solve the problem. So from the research, what's the recommendation? Because there is any three recommendation. Uh, um, what is it? Independent, semi, and cooperative. Because it's not easy like that. If we look to, so we introduce the cooperative. It's not easy like say, just say cooperative. Because the cooperative is just need to the same like equality, the same equality between the among the businessmen, among the people in the. This is the problem. So maybe you can explain also. Is this the good cooperative in Japan the same like Indonesia or not? Something maybe comparative comparison. Thank you very much for the time. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi.
Okay, thank you very much for the three questions. Yeah. So first, two questions for me and last one for Yotaro. The first question is about what is the recommendation for, because you don't see the it's sustainable, the KJR. It's difficult to say because I am not the farmer there, but from outsider, as an outsider, I think it is best for them also to slowly decide. In fact, when we interviewed some fish farmers, including the bigger investors, like middlemen, who has 50 members, they already know that yes, that the environment is degrading, water quality is degrading. They all know that. And then they are already concerned if they should continue to, or even to, yeah, not extend or to inherit or recommend to their children or grandchildren, because we ask about the long term. So I think they already are aware of this. And then, so it is not for outsiders to really tell them what you do or them, but I think is a good start that we are all aware what is going on locally. At the same time, maybe this is a good start to also have more dialogue with what they think. And but if I could provide an international example or what's going on in other areas of Indonesia or neighboring countries, the reservoir normally they nowadays they don't use it for KJA from the beginning. Yes, so that is clear water from the beginning. So, but this area is, yeah, long history. So it is slowly, step by step. We need to to dialogue with the fish farmers, and so I'm not here to recommend anything, specific, because we are just starting to learn what is going on. But we are, and they are also aware of the environmental sustainability versus the aquaculture business. So, bingun, yeah, whether to continue or just also find other businesses, which some of them already they are starting to think about, because they also, as I said, profitability is decreasing. But many of the farmers rely on that as well. So it is, we cannot just say, just stop and then move on to another one, because they have been doing it for a long time. So yeah, sorry, I cannot give, like the what one simple solution, but or recommendation. But I think it would be, yeah, we are here to help and then find a mutual uh, a way to make this more sustainable, but reduce a little bit of burden of aquaculture. Sorry, second question is about high value, or Yotaro can answer.
So your question to me is that how should we evaluate the work by the middleman, right? System. So mm, the middlemen themselves are stakeholders in the aquaculture business. They have families. They have income. They have to have income. So it's difficult to say. It's difficult, but say I think the IT technology is changing the market structure, especially in Japan and also in Indonesia, I think. And say price information are more easily transmit to the information network. And so I think the middleman's behavior or farmer's behavior can have been very changed along history. I do not say precise information about that, but say so 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 I think the structure will change a lot in the future from now on because of the information technology. The um, and your question is that say how should we evaluate the structure of middlemen and farmers, the relationship, right? Um, mm, 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 mm. But yeah, there's a similar relationship in Japan also. I think the relationship between middlemen and the agent the relationship between agents and farmers, that kind of thing is also also prevalent in Japan around the world. And so so it's interesting to observe that yeah. Um, mm, mm. Yeah, yeah. Only I can say is that the relationship will change a lot as and as a result of information technology and communication technology. Sorry. Recommendation. I see. So, as I mentioned, there are pros and cons, good thing and bad thing about being in a cooperation in the private cooperation by the middleman. And so I think the farmers are choosing best option as far as possible for them. But it's also possible that say government offer credit to the credit for say more favorable favorable credit or say some kind of help to the farmers. It's possible. Mm, but I think it's there are good thing and bad thing about being in a private organization cooperation, and so they are choosing good choosing best option for that. They are choosing the best option for them. So it depends on the farmer's properties. It depends on it depends on who the what kind of farmers are they. It depends on. Because there are many differences across farms. Farmers are very different from each other, so they have different situations.
Uh, I'm sure we are very interested. Oh, maybe one last question from Pak Victor.
Okay, I think correct me if I'm wrong, Professor Sachiko. Yeah, I think should we consider calculating the incremental cost ratio to value added of the from the aquaculture activities across different areas in West Java? So this might help us devise precise strategies to optimize both economic and benefit and environmental sustainability. Yeah, because by calculating the environmental cost ratio to value added, we can gain a clearer understanding of the environmental impact relative to the economic contribution of these sectors. Yeah, yeah. What do you think about that? Thank you. Yeah. Should we consider calculating the environmental cost ratio to value added of the from the aquaculture activities across different areas in West Java? Maybe this might help us to devise precise strategies, yeah, to optimize both economic benefits and environmental sustainability.
Yes, that is a very valid point. Actually, it would be great if some of the experts can also estimate, yeah, simulate estimated impact or cost to the environmental effect. Well, in fact, there are several ways to do that, right? Environmental impact assessment, or are already probably have done aquaculture effects on the environmental preservation cost. So these things can be taken into account when considering the strategy. So I think that is, I think, good way to also approach both not only the business promotion, but also or the industry portfolio, but also take into account the environmental aspects. Yes.
Maybe Pak Iwang, do you want to give some insight? Terakhir.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Kalau saya Indonesia version aja. Saya beberapa hari menemani Prof. Sachi, Yotaro, Kajuma ke lapangan, ke Saguling. Jadi sudah terlalu banyak saya ngomong sama beliau. Cuma saya begini Pak, tadi Pak Arif tadinya mau menyampaikan ini di level kita ya, ini kan berkaitan dengan mencari suggestion ya, to solve our problem gitu, khususnya berkaitan dengan program Citarum Harum ya. Ini ada informasi yang perlu saya sampaikan, misalkan begini, memindahkan pembudidaya bukan hanya memindahkan fisik badannya, tapi memindahkan ruhnya. It's different, Yutaro ya, with Japanese culture. Bingung nanti saja next. Jadi ini Pak, ini pertama mungkin mohon disampaikan karena ini kesempatan pertama saya jauh-jauh dari Jatinangor, sangat tertarik untuk sharingnya. Dan tesis saya dulu tentang benefit cost analysis dari KJA dan hubungannya antara profitabilitas dan pencemaran perairan. Dan ini nyambung banget. Bisa dicari di Google penelitian saya Pak. Tadi saya sudah share penelitian saya ke Prof. Sachi sama Pak. Jadi itu Pak masalahnya. Jadi yang tahu kita Pak, kultur kita berbeda dengan kultur di sana. Maaf ya, saya berani menyampaikan seperti itu. Nah, region spesifik Pak. Jadi seperti tadi dikatakan sudah pendekatannya military gitu. Itu karena apa? Saya dulu amdalnya ikut Pak, bahkan hanya diplot 10% Pak. Tapi kemudian sekarang sudah melebihi daya dukung 7.000, 5.000, 11.000 gitu ya. Itu sudah melebihi daya dukung gitu. Sama seperti halnya saya di Maninjau kemarin. Nah, jadi ini kompleksitasnya luar biasa Pak. Jadi saya mohon menyampaikan saja ke Prof ya, karena ini kesempatan saya ketemu, barangkali nanti bisa disampaikan juga di forum Bapeda dan lain sebagainya. Kalau saya ngomong bahasa Inggris takutnya Bapak Ibu nggak paham ya, karena Inggris saya Inggris Sunda. Nah itu Pak, pertama itu, kemudian justru yang kita harapkan kalau ada peneliti-peneliti dari luar itu adalah LFA-nya Pak, logical framework analysis-nya kayak gimana. Kemarin saya di Saguling ketemu sama Pak Jenderal Edward, Komandan Satgas, ngobrol-ngobrol ketemu sampai pada satu kesimpulan bahwa ada yang aneh dengan framework-nya itu. Gitu ya. Saya kan orang kecil nih mau nyampaikan sharing ya Pak ya, tolong disampaikan gitu. Nah kalau framework-nya itu sudah keliru, saya yakin sampai kapanpun solusinya nggak akan ada. Itu Pak. Gitu. Kalau substansi saya kira bisa dipelajari gitu ya. Justru yang butuh itu kita framework-nya Pak. Karena kita berbeda dengan saudara-saudara kita dari luar Pak. Dari sisi ekonomiknya tidak ekonomik, tidak pure ekonomi, tidak seperti di luar barangkali pure ya Pak ya. Tetapi kalau di kita mah ekonominya sudah nyampur dengan sosialnya Pak. Betul, jadi tidak bisa dibedakan. Tidak bisa dipisahkan antara ekonomi dengan sosial ekonomi Pak. Sehingga di kita mah ada sosial ekonomi kayak saya, bidang saya sosial ekonomi perikanan Pak. Khusus juga tentang KJA. Jadi saya percaya diri saja, saya paham tentang itu. Gitu. Don't worry Pak. Nah itu Pak, jadi tidak bisa dipilah-pilah hanya pendekatan ekonomi pure saja, tapi harus ada aspek lain. Ya, karena sudah mendarah daging Pak, sudah menginternalize, sudah menjadi karakter, sehingga kesimpulannya Pak, tidak bisa memindahkan badannya saja, tapi ruhnya itu Pak, harus dipindahkan. Ruhnya itu adalah karakteristik yang sudah terbangun Pak, sejak awal sampai sekarang. Jadi mohon para pengambil keputusan memahami tentang historisnya seperti apa, gitu ya. Terus LFA-nya itu, logical framework-nya itu harus benar Pak. Terus maaf kemarin di lapangan, hati-hati dengan statement, keluarkan saja 8-10% dari populasi di situ masing-masing. Hati-hati ini masalah hukum, jadi harus ada di naskah akademik, harus masuk ke dalam peraturan perundangan, boleh eksekusi 8-10%. Seenaknya main eksekusi 8-10%, masalah hukum berikannya. Jadi tidak ini. Itu bahasa Inggris Sunda saya, bahasa Inggris Indonesia saya. Kalau dengan Prof. Sachi barangkali nanti kita bisa diskusi. Yuk taruh ya. Terima kasih.
Tadi ya riset Bapak ya bagikan juga dengan Bapeda gitu ya biar kita bermanfaat gitu buat saya juga nanti dibagi juga seperti itu. Nuhun Pak.
Oke, kayaknya diskusinya makin sini makin seru. Cuman karena kita terbatas akan waktu, mudah-mudahan nanti ada kesempatan lagi untuk join lecture dengan Prof. Sachiko dan Pak Yutaro juga, serta dari Bapak Ibu Dinas Kelautan dan juga Bapeda Kabupaten Kota. Oke, mungkin saya akan summarize sedikit saja diskusi hari ini, di mana fokus kita tadi soal budidaya khususnya di KJA. Di mana problemnya seperti yang Prof. Sachiko sudah ketahui kalau kita punya banyak masalah baik dari sisi ekonomi maupun sosial, terutama lingkungannya pun sama. Nah mungkin diharapkan nanti ke depannya diskusi-diskusi yang akan dilakukan bisa menghasilkan suggestion atau policy recommendation untuk masalah-masalah yang dihadapi oleh para pembudidaya. Begitu. Maybe for this session, I will close this with that statement. So I will please give big applause again for Prof. Sachiko and Mr. Ritaro and also Bapak Ibu sekalian. And I will give the event back to the MC.
Thank you, Terere. Thank you to our speakers, Professor Sachiko Miyata and also Yutara Uno for the insightful knowledge, as well as our moderator who has led the session. Jadi kita sudah ada di penghujung acara. Terima kasih kepada Bapak Ibu yang sudah hadir, yang sudah memberikan pertanyaan, memberikan feedback juga untuk Prof. Arif dan Prof. Iwang untuk memberikan insight-insightnya. Pak Victor juga. Atas nama panitia kami mohon maaf atas segala kesalahan yang terjadi selama acara berlangsung. Once again, thank you to our incredible speakers, also our great moderator for today's event. On behalf of the committee, we also do apologize for any mistakes during the event. Sebelum kita menutup acara hari ini, mari kita melakukan pengambilan dokumentasi. Jadi untuk Bapak Ibu yang hadir di Bapeda hari ini bisa ke depan untuk kita melakukan dokumentasi, dan untuk para peserta yang ada di Zoom meeting mohon sekiranya untuk menyalakan kameranya. Kita akan melakukan foto bersama. Mangga Bapak Ibu ke depan kita foto dulu bareng-bareng. Untuk peserta yang ada di Zoom, mohon sekiranya untuk dinyalakan kameranya. Kita akan foto bersama sebentar lagi. Mangga, Bapak Ibu. Kita mulai. Yang di Zoom udah belum? Oh, udah. Oke, 1, 2, 3. Lagi 1, 2, 3. Gaya bebas, Bapak Ibu. Satu, gaya bebas, 1, 2, 3. Sekali lagi, 1, 2, 3. Oke, terima kasih Bapak dan Ibu. Thank you, terima kasih sudah berpartisipasi pada acara hari ini. Saya tutup acaranya. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.